Hi guys, this is Vitaly with AFT Dispatch and A2C Logistics, and in today's video, I'd like to speak with you about the Canadian Truckers Freedom Convoy and Mr. Brian Peckford. Now before we get started, I'd like to ask you to please like the video, be sure you subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a single release of our videos, where every Friday we're talking about something that could benefit you in your trucking businesses, in your trucking careers, as well as cover the loads we've successfully booked for our customers, consisting of leased owner operators and carriers operating under their own MC authorities, running under our truck dispatch services. As always guys, big thank you for all the likes you've provided in all the previous videos. Please do keep them coming, and let's talk about this Canadian Truckers Freedom Convoy and Mr. Brian Peckford, a name you're probably unfamiliar with but will be in the months to come. Now here's the thing guys, this is very important because there's currently kind of a media blackout on both of these stories, and I think it's very important and it should be talked about. Now I took quite a bit of notes here. I'm going to be referring to these to make sure that I get all of this correctly. Now just to kind of clarify, Mr. Brian Peckford is actually the former Prime Minister of Newfoundland and Labrador, and is actually the only living minister who participated in the drafting of Canada's Charter of Rights and Freedoms, which is basically a document that's very similar to our Constitution and our Declaration of Independence. There's some pieces of that are very similar, and he was specifically focusing on sections 2, 6, 7, and 15, and you'll see there's a lot of similarities between that document and some of our founding documents of our country here in America. Now we're talking specifically the freedom of association, freedom of expression, freedom of religion, conscience, freedom to assembly, mobility, freedom of mobility, or basically the right to travel throughout Canada, anywhere in Canada, the freedom to be able to leave Canada and travel abroad and be able to come home back to your family. For example, life, liberty, and the security of the person. So very similar to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, an unalienable right that was given to us by our Declaration of Independence. So very similar, and in fact equality. Under Canadian law, all Canadians are equal under the law. So basically Mr. Peckford says that these provisions are being violated by all of the governments of Canada, and especially the federal government of Canada. So he's preparing a lawsuit that's going to be naming some major names, as well as going after the different government institutions and the federal government of Canada. Now, here's where this gets really interesting. Currently, there are 50,000 truckers that are traveling from across country, going to Ottawa, which is the capital of Canada and the capital of Ontario, or province of Canada, where the current Prime Minister Justin Trudeau resides, does all his ruling, and basically does all of his business. And Mr. Trudeau recently came out on the news and said that the views of these truckers are completely unacceptable. And although I don't think the truckers really agree to that, they have a lot of support from the Canadian side. A lot of the Canadian resident citizens, as well as the U.S. citizens, are all in support of this. And the truckers are expected to reach Ottawa this Friday and come and basically say a warm hello to Mr. Trudeau. Now, what happened today, as I'm recording this video, which is Thursday, Mr. Trudeau stated in the news that he was exposed to COVID. And although he tested negative using the rapid test, he will actually self-isolate for 5 days and will be working from home. Now, a lot of folks say that this is quite coincidental, and I don't know. I'd love to hear you guys weigh in the comment section below. But what do you guys think? I mean, do you feel like there's a resemblance between what's going on in Canada and the United States? As we can see, there are some similarities between the different types of founding documents between the two countries. Do you feel like our rights and our freedoms are being taken away, violated, infringed upon? Please, let us know. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Make sure you smash that like button on this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And I'm going to switch over to camera. We're going to look over the loads we booked for our customers, and I'll see you guys in just a moment. Welcome back guys. Let's take a look at some of these loads. Again, really great rates. The market is not letting up. We're going to start off with a Reefer coming out of Blue Ash, Ohio, going to Fort Edward, New York. It's a 37,000 pound load of consumer basically goods, 55 degrees on a Reefer, 718 miles booked at $4,800, got them $669 a mile. Then Oneida, New York going to Defiance, Ohio, and Wilmington, Illinois. It's a 1-pick, 2-dropper. Going back to Midwest from the Northeast. It's a 37,000 pound load of dairy, 759 miles, booked at 2,800 bucks, got them 369 a mile. Very, very good rate from New York to Illinois, an excellent market. Then out of Moni, Illinois, going to Omaha, Nebraska, it's a 20,000 pound pasta load, easy in and out, Italian food load, dry load, reefer stayed off. 471 miles booked at 2,100 bucks, got them 446 a mile. Then Sioux City, Iowa, going to Eau Claire, Wisconsin, with 2 drops there. That's basically all in the same city, a few blocks away. It's a miscellaneous load, 13,000 pounds, super light, 0 degrees on a reefer, 358 miles booked at 2,500 bucks, got them 698 a mile. And then Vesper, Wisconsin to Webb City, Missouri. It was a load of cheddar cheese, 41,000 pounds on a weight, 35 degrees on a reefer. 703 miles booked at $4,200, got them $597 a mile. Very well done, guys. And that was it for these guys. They ran Friday to Friday, grossed $16,400 in gross for the week in their reefer, basically ending up again in the Midwestern sector for 3,009 miles loaded for the week at an average of 545 per loaded mile average. So again, $16,400 for the week. Excellent miles, over 3,000 miles ran at almost $5.50 a mile as an average. Very, very well done. Next, we're going to have ourselves a vented van coming out of Jersey City, New Jersey, going to Mount Hope, West Virginia. It's a 43.8 thousand pound load of activated carbon. It was 22 pallets of the stuff. It was non-hazardous material. 533 miles booked at $2,500. Got them $469 a mile. Then Sam Fork, West Virginia to Fredericksburg, Pennsylvania. 36,000 pound load of machinery parts, straight through delivery. 320 miles booked at $2,500. Got them $781 a mile. Then Fleetwood, Pennsylvania to Indianapolis, Indiana. 44.9 on the load. On this one, a load of food and beverages, Pepsi product lineup. 609 miles booked at $2,000, got them $328 a mile. Then right out of Indianapolis, no deadhead to Traverse City, Michigan, 45,200 pound load of Gatorade, delivered 1 day later than it should have because of some bad weather conditions. 406 miles booked at $1,800, got them $443 a mile. Then Cadillac, Michigan, going to Peoria, Illinois. It's a 5,900 pound load of auto parts, very, very light. 409 miles booked at $2,200, got them $538 a mile. And they finished off with Streator, Illinois, going to Lynchburg, Tennessee. It's a 40,000 pound load of empty bottles, going to Jack Daniels to the distillery there. 553 miles booked at $2,700, got them $488 a mile. So even with that delay, with that delivery, they still ended up running Thursday to Thursday, but 6 days of actual driving because they had to stop 1 day in Michigan to the bad weather conditions. They ended up grossing $13,700 during that time, ended up running 2,830 loaded miles at an average of 484 per loaded mile average. Very, very well done. Next, a reefer coming out of Ravenna, Nebraska to Zanesville, Ohio. It's a 40,000 pound load of frozen groceries, a Nestle delivery, 1,015 miles booked at $4,000, got on $394 a mile. Then Canton, Ohio to Abington, Virginia. It's a 42,000 pound load of milk with 32 degrees on a reefer, 375 miles booked at $2,900, got them $773 a mile. Then Kingsport, Tennessee to Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin. Light load, 18,000 pounds of containers. Dry load, the reefer stayed off, 645 miles booked at $1,700, got them $264 a mile. And Milwaukee, Wisconsin to Iowa City, Iowa. 42,000 pound load of frozen pizza at -10 on a reefer, 262 miles booked at $1,800, got them $687 a mile. And it finished off with Rhinebeck, Iowa to York, Nebraska. It's a 43,000 pound load of agricultural supplies. Again, a dry load, 324 miles booked at $1,500, got them $463 a mile. These guys did very well running Friday to Friday. Grossed $11,900 for the week, ran all their miles, which is 2,621 loaded miles, all ran on recaps for the week at an average of 454 a mile, and getting back home for the weekend is what they wanted. So worked out very, very well for these guys as well. Then we got a regular dry van coming out of Nampa, Idaho, going to Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's a 43,000 pound load of protein powder, 1,467 miles booked at $6,000, got them $409 a mile on a ton of miles. Then right out of Minneapolis, no deadhead, going to Denver, Colorado. It's a 43,800 pound load of latex paint, 840 miles booked at $4,600, got them $548 a mile. And then Golden, Colorado to Butte, Montana. It's a 5,000 pound light load of empty cans, 786 miles booked at $2,900, got them $369 a mile. And that was it. They ran for 6 days. Friday to Thursday, ended up grossing $13,500 on their dry van for the week. 3,093 loaded miles ran at an average of 436 per loaded mile average. Very well done with these guys as well. And then a reefer out of Fort Worth, Texas, going to Groveport, Ohio. It's a 39,000 pound load of frozen groceries at -10 on a reefer. 1,073 miles booked at $38.50, got them $359 a mile. Then Harrison, Ohio to La Crosse, Wisconsin. It's a 40,500 pound load of chilled groceries. 560 miles booked at $2,100, got them $375 a mile. Then Luana, Iowa to Carthage, Missouri. It's a 41,000 pound load of cheese at 33 to 39 on the reefer on this one. 542 miles booked at $3,000, got them $554 a mile. And then we got ourselves one pick 3 dropper coming out of Rogers, Arkansas, going to St. Paul, Minnesota, Fargo, North Dakota, and Grand Forks, North Dakota for the final. It was a load of frozen chicken at -10 on a reefer. 983 miles booked at $4,800, got them $488 per mile. These guys ran for a week on the road, Tuesday to Tuesday, grossed $13,750 in gross for the week on a reefer, ran 3,158 miles, loaded at an average of 435 per loaded mile average. And we finish off with a dry van coming out of Newport, Arkansas, going to Camp Hill, Pennsylvania with a 28,000 pound load of Palpro palletized products, 1,017 miles booked at $4,500, got them $442 a mile. Then Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania to Frankfurt, New York. It's a 45,000 pound load of pet food, 291 miles booked at $2,300, got them $790 a mile. Then Latham, New York to Youngwood, Pennsylvania. It's a 45,000 pound load of beverages, 453 miles booked at $2,500, got them $552 a mile. And it finished off with New Wilmington, Pennsylvania to Baltimore, Maryland with a 40,000 pound load of food ingredients, 301 miles booked at $2,500, got them $831 per mile. So these guys only ran for 6 days as well. 6 days of work, ended up grossing $11,800 in 6 days, ran 2,062 loaded miles at an average of 572 per loaded mile average. Absolutely killed it in all these 6 scenarios. Guys, if you want to make this kind of money, absolutely can. Take a look through our playlist of videos. You'll see that we've consistently beaten the markets out there, got the great money for our customers, whether they're leased on owner operators or carriers. If you are a leased on owner operator, you can lease on with us. Very, very transparent company, very open, get all your rate confirmations, work with dedicated dispatchers who are excellent at what they do, very experienced and very professional folks. Same thing goes for carriers. If you're a carrier, you have company drivers, you have leased on owner operators yourself, you can rest assured that we will take care of you. We have been doing this for a very, very long time. All you have to do is get in touch with us by calling or texting us at 801-448-6363, or go to our website at aftdispatch.com/go. You can sign up for our newsletter there. You'll receive some really good information, as well as fill out our chat box, which will send your information over to us. We'll get back to you, answer any and all questions that you may have, and hopefully get you guys going so you're in the right direction making this kind of money. Well, most importantly, guys, until next week, stay healthy, be wealthy. Take care.